The Deep Talk with Mr. Henry.
Nchaline Tracy Chirabo, Gumumanyinga Pia Pounds, and this is her life. It's not been a smooth ride. Abasinga kumwemuloza, the pretty looking girl, bulichimu, it's been handed over to her on a silver platter. Mukwano yakaba. At some point she even felt like quitting music because of a bigambo yomayogera. Off the camera you were telling me that sometimes you used to go to interviews and presenters tear the questionnaires you.
They go off script.
Now that was so gross.
I felt like more of a joke. Either I started taking a lot of my stuff seriously. Yeah, I think what I learned most from that phase was that people don't actually care. They don't care about the truth. They don't care about the lies. They don't care about anything. At the end of the day, what are you presenting on the table? Like, ne hitsi zali zifuso obuzibu. Like, mukwano nga tukane mu studio n'okuyimba ne kunnema. I would like lose direction. I'm like, what can I sing that they can like? What can I do? They were controlling a lot of my actions,
they got
my
into
thoughts.
Your head.
Yes, they got into
Why
my
didn't
head.
you quit?
Quit what?
Quit music. There are very many people, if put in the position we are in, they would have quit. Why didn't you quit? What kept you going?
Nali manchendi. I knew who I am. I knew who I was, and I knew that I cannot just die out, not letting the world hear what I do. Kuwanga, I grew up my whole life from like 14 years. I was saying that za kulembele nyimba, za sokoduiga, ze like when it comes to music, your problems bigwela kunze. So I was like, there is something that doesn't add up here. Because I'm an artist, I'm a writer, I'm a musician, I have an incredible talent. I cannot let it just go. Because, of course, natukangako mwezo moments, nemale miezi ebiri sifuluma nyumba. I'm just...
Depression.
Yeah.
Frustration.
But then I just kept going back and Gawalu akansiwa.
There's a time they used to call you Lydia Jasmine's handbag. And then there's a time people used to say you beef with Lydia because of a man. Pia.
They were so confused.
The media has handed it to you, by the way.
Yeah.
So Katibi, you beefing with Jasmine, I think it was also because of Eddie.
No, we are friends. Even
I know, I've seen you guys friends, but the media used to say you beef. And then after they called you a handbag because you're everywhere she was.
I really don't know, because it could be just like one media house that could talk about that.
Which one in particular?
I would not pay attention to who said what, but I think I just say whatever. I got that skin of toughness. Yeah, ngasifayo.
There's even a time you were performing on stage and then you had a wardrobe malfunction and people say over your private parts were showing. Yeah. And then you had to come out and defend yourself all the time. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah,
because if you have evidence of someone's something that's private showing, it would be the trending. But people just twist. People, I think what some people, their job is to make money off news. So they make sure the news is juicy, they make it so, they package it in a nice way, forgetting that this person's name, and like, they're trying to build a brand, they have parents, they have sisters, they have shame. Like, I have human conscience and shame. If something like that is said about you, you'd be embarrassed.
Yeah.
You can seriously fail to fit in, because...
Before I get into now you having hit songs, because you had one of the biggest songs the other year, Gwen Hussein, you live Big Talent. Did you live at the same time? How do you guys connect? Because Hussein, now I see Hussein, Pia Pound's ABM. How's that story?
So during 2016 to, I think when I left Big Talent, I only made friends in the circle of musicians, producers.
Yes.
Like you said, I became friends. My female friend at that time was Jasmine. Yali asinga okunyambako ennyo with maybe you can, maybe obagamba bwoti, because yali amanyira interviews. Kati ngabera, every time we are together, she's like trying to polish me here and there. But the biggest support system I had was Hussein. Because we used to spend a lot of time together. Kati nga amanyi byempitamu nga he understands it more than most of the people that were at Big Talent. So when I left, I did not know about him, but he kept on telling me, I want to help you. I'm the reason you got here. You got here because of me in New York, so I want to help you. I want to, anything you need, just let me know. And then, of course, it started from, I need a song. Yambako ani asobola okumpandikira kayimba akalungi, ani asobola okumpromotingira. Jukira, I don't have an idea about the music industry, but here I was, I left the label, and yes, they were helpful, but katinga tebakyali involved 100%.
Yes.
So all of them, the people involved, were trying to help me from outside, like kyasobodde chakuwa. Kati then one day Hussein calls me nangamba nafunye studio. Obo sobola okuyitawo. You're welcome anytime to make songs, to write. Like, this is a place where you can write as long as you want.
Nayenga avudde wa Eddie.
Yeah. Kati, I really didn't know what had happened between them, but me, Echali Chimvuga, my driving force was I have a studio to go and sing. Thank you so much. So I would go to studio. At the time, it wasn't even in Muyenga. It was, it was in Machindi.
It was still under the same name, ABM? Where in Lydia?
Lydia Jita Fresh.
Oh, Fresh.
Yeah. So I would sing. Then next thing you know, Oluyimba lufulumye nga kusema ngamba, I know how to actually help you put the song on online.
Yes.
I can put it for you on iTunes. I'm like, you're joking. He's like, I'm not joking. So we became, I don't even know how that happened, but we had this friendship of somebody really, really being there for me in music. Atenga tankwana. So chandetela, it brought
me.
Same
takwana nga kwa dead.
Mama. Singa tuchali wano.
Wow. Ebintu bya Uganda obimanyi nteka wenfunira. Omusajja nga ataddemu.
Actually, that's not what it is. When it came to money, he would tell me let us send.
Hey.
He was not putting the money.
Kati gwali ozijjawa.
Mukwano na your story tujajogero. That's a story for you.
I know.
But I would really like do the most to make sure I have katinze nalis money tine videos a bay. I thought 2 million. You shoot a video. Until one day Hussein told me video a million munana.
Mpulira bibyo.
I'm like,
naye Pia gwe Tracy kirabo waabwe omunana gwa million ogujja wakati.
I told him like that's impossible. There was a video guy who was Hussein friend nga bamuyita wife. Kati awonajja naye Hussein nangamba nayogeddeko ne mukwano gwa jukira music yabimanyi, I don't know anything. So he's like, mukwano gwange bamuyita wife, I talked to him, he can work for you at 2.5 million. I'm like, that's still a lot of money. How am I going to get 2.5 million? Then so sasudako ekinana ne bakunganya ebyuma. Then video ngewedde noletabana.
I know.
Yeah, so we became friends with Hussein like that, and I started seeing him as my manager in my head. If like someone asked me, I would just say Hussein is my manager. Hussein is my
It wasn't
manager.
bothering you that maybe mukyala we and ichifuna mobuzi bwaba talina your girlfriend?
Oh, Kinga ina girlfriend.
Because bwakavamu Kenzo ne Rema ate Guy wali nnyo.
Yeah.
Totya acid.
The funny thing about our industry is temuli bakazi bangi. I don't know how many artists have female managers. They could be like 1% of the whole of us. So olina okumanyira okukolagana n'abasajja. And for me, that gave me a bit of a challenge in the beginning. But later, when nakugamba nti nno ebigambo byalekerawo, like words stopped making me react. Yeah, I was in my own world, doing my own things. I know what I want. I know what I'm focused on this. I have my targets. I have my goals. So someone saying, "Oli ebaka nange," nga tekimalako mirembe nnyo because I know what I want. And when I got what I want, I said, "Oh my God, everything was worth it. All the lies were worth it. The allegations were worth it. The everything. It just made a lot of sense at the end of the day."
Yeah. It's something funny about you. You do not, apart from Lydia, you're not someone who strikes me to have a lot of female musician friends.
I don't have.
Of course, Rema wouldn't be your friend. But if she came to you, do you think you'd really be friends?
I'm a cool person.
Why do you have few female musicians that are your friends?
Bangi nnyo bakwano bange. Omanyi Henry?
Pia.
Some relationships za kweraga ne mwetekako ku social media ne mulaga. Unless camera yetusanze, nga maybe we are backstage or something like that. I don't have like the whole industry bakwano bange, but I think I have more than 10 friends who are girls in the industry.
In the industry?
Yes.
One?
Mkwano.
One?
Kasisha is my friend. Shiba is my friend. I've even visited her.
Shiba is your Charlie?
Spice Diana is my friend.
Let's back up a bit. Shiba is your Charlie?
Yes, she's
There's
my
no
friend.
picture, there's no snap, there's nothing.
How did I sing with her on stage?
Okay,
On her show?
Mpulira bibyo.
Olowooza nayimbira na very backstage negamba nze kanyimbe nedda mukwano. Show yali ya list invitation.
Okay, Shiba is your friend?
Spice Diana is my friend.
Those two are enemies. How do you have two
Atenze
enemies?
binkwatirako wa.
Okay.
Lydia is my friend.
Yeah.
Azawi is my friend. We've written songs together. Actually, Azawi and Kusema like best friends.
Yes.
So we are somehow always find ourselves in the same since Big Talent. So we are very close.
Do you think the friendship between a fellow female artist is something you can trust? Because we saw Spice and Shiba on the same stage, and then a couple of weeks after,
Anti Chavala mbadde nkugamba nti tetulina buli omu goyogera naye taba mukwano goba buli omu gokola naye. You can work with someone and you feud because our industry ojimanyi naye eri very competitive. Sometimes actually that hate between like two people can be created by external factors. Like someone talked about you, ono yagambye kino nono yagambye kino, then you start to react off what people are saying. But tumalako.
Aren't you worried that that's something that could happen to you at some point?
At this point, Henry, I don't fear anything thrown at me. Nothing.
Have you had any of the female musicians that you called your friends backstab you and try to go down that road?
I have had personal friends who are not musicians backstab me. Maybe from school, meanwhile. So we are used. It's how life is.
And music.
I also backstab some. So
you also backstab some. Eh? Let's talk about the song now, Tupaate, because I want to think in your career that's a song that changed everything. Is that how you feel? No. Which song changed everything for you?
It was Tala.
How and why?
Okay.
Why is it like that for you?
Remember how everybody hated me? Including my own family people. Now, when I did Tala, when I sang it, and I went to, I think I first performed it at Cindy Sanyu's show. It was Women's Day 2019.
She invited you to sing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Atendona siku curtain raising mkwano.
As among the main performers.
Yes. She had the song and said the song is nice. Even MC Katz had the song when it was like still a demo. He said hit. Katingere bigambo sibiwuli nangana, like me, I had this mentality of maybe I will make a hit after 10 years of struggling. Kati expectations ezali mu big talent. Zenalo was I'm going to be released, signed and released, and then my song will be a hit after a month. After testing the industry, I pushed to 10 years. I'm like, oh, in that color. I'll be like 31 when I'll make my first hit.
Yeah.
But Tala changed the narrative because
it gave you the hope, the strength.
Yes. I had people for the first time sing my song to me. I went backstage and I just cried.
On that day you performed
crying.
for Cindy.
Yes. And Hussein was also confused because like, kale, chibera cho bulito tebamuyimba. Delicious bamuzira. Seriously,
you guys actually have those conversations together.
We'll go to stage and people would just look at us like this. Right now, those songs, the title was Abazizira. I go on stage and people are screaming them. They're screaming the words to me. So yeah, Tala was my first
the
hit
big
song.
One for you.
Yeah, my first like hit. Abantu neba lwagala neba nga campaign because people were voting for the presidential campaign. Nga I hear the song on cars. Nga nekweka wanswetanda. Like,
maybe I done.
Like that can't be my song. Is that my song? Yeah.
But Tupaate changed the narrative in very many ways. There's no part of this country, whether the village.
Yeah.
Tala over in our tattoo, Tupaate was a problem.
Yeah. Since South Africa, Berlin, US,
You even
London.
did a remix with Eddie Kenzo.
It's even on Netflix.
Tupaate.
So
that's the hit that changed your life now.
Yeah. Financially, maybe. Mostly.
Walukola musente oluyimba Tupaate. I wouldn't want you to give me the exact, numbers, but how big?
Big enough to like afford my rent.
Before you never even used to afford your rent.
I could not afford my rent.
Yeah, banangi. Kati wali you surviving otya? As a girl.
As an artist, when I was a musician, I sold kodris. I sold clothes.
Era ng'oyimba.
2018, 2017, 2019, before the pandemic.
You're too pretty to look like you can sell juice.
I think people should change that because
wali omutundira waka then you deliver or
waka then I take it to different places, parties, what?
Tupaate is the song that made you afford rent. Tiwalina your boyfriend as wakusasulira rent. You're pretty.
Uganda wano omusajja kyagenda okusasulira rent. Akuliise.
Uyitira waggwe ngamba nkukoleko nkufunira abaana ababimala ebyo.
No. And I didn't even ever believe in that kind of thing. Yeah, I had this.
Yeah.
Nakula nzeka almost nekuzaako. Because when I started music, I left my brother's house when I was like 16. So I did a lot of jobs. I know how to survive.
Pia, you have quite a story. I'm interested. You have just started paying your rent recently.
Affording
to pay the rent. Tupaate is also the song that bought your first car?
Yes.
So the MC Africa is the one that jump-started the song. Is that what you believe or? How much did he contribute to that song?
Oh, a very big percentage. But September, the song is released. 2020. Then in April, the song starts to rise. For us, we see it.
First, wait. September. So you have October, November, December, January, February, March. The song took 7 months. Naye abayimbi no mwino bano obugumiikiriza.
Anti jukira twali mu pandemic, ate nali nata EP.
Yes.
So I had already moved on. After Tupaate, I released Wachikuba.
Yes.
I was just minding my business.
Nga waluvaako.
Nga napromotinga kye nasobola era nga views zange 64k zamala because ezaali ezisingayo obungi in all my videos.
Yes.
Tala at that time had like 34k. Tupaate had like 64k. Then April.
Yes.
Netuva from 64k to 484.
How does that magic happen? You went to a shrine? What?
So I don't know. I have no idea. I would be passing in places, I hear Tupaate. Ndi mu Uber ntudde kaka Tupaate kakuba. Nengamba.
Nenga performances tezinaba kujja.
Tuli mu pandemic, completely locked down.
Yes.
So challenges become so many on TikTok. So many. Nga sikyasobola kati postinga challenges. Nga ndaba nyingi nnyo. I'm like, I think this song is becoming a hit. Then MC Africa had done that challenge like in March, and I had posted it.
It's a Friday.
March.
In Mbale. Can you imagine? When I start telling you the story of MC Africa and how I got to, I knew MC Africa way before. When I saw him, in Mbarara. MC Africa used to go by a different name in Mbarara. Maybe I won't tell you.
But he told me some of his story. And
yeah, exactly. So when I saw him in Mbale, because that was Mbale, that place is called Namatala. I was in Mbale for like 4 years. When I saw him shout and you posted it, I was like, wow, now this is interesting.
Yeah, but actually, abantu bate balaba mbuno nze nka postinze, nga nzizemo ka postinga.
Yes.
Because now it had gone viral, and I now also paid attention to this thing going viral, and then the views just started going like at a very fast speed. And then I remember one day I was just home minding my business, hungry. No pandemic year tuta omuntu ali single ye mfaddi. Then I pick my phone and then I'm trending on Twitter. I'm like Tupaate and Pia Pound trended for like 3 days.
Yes.
Number 1. Gasibuza abantu. Ngempisa zachu said dia. I am just a different human being.
Stop. Who makes the decision of going to Mbale and picking MC Africa to come to Kampala? So
after some time, I started wondering who this guy is, because actually it kept growing. Every week it would become more and more and more and more. I'm like, I need to thank him. But meanwhile, I had his brother who was contacting Hussein. Amugamba banange MC Africa ali najuka naye kati elije yali yategedde that his on his
video is viral nga naye star tachabuza.
So now Hussein is like, I think we need to get this guy here. And of course we had space at ABM. It's not like Tewali space. So I meet him. We are so happy to meet. And then I just wanted to make all his dreams come true. He didn't have a phone. I think he had like a button phone. Then Nemubuza, what would you want most in your life? But ekibadde kisooka kubadde ku meetinga gwe, kati njagala meetinga Eddie Kenzo. I'm like, he could have said he wants a phone, he could have said he wants some clothes, but he's not. So Nembelanga, I'm like, okay, let me just do what I think I can do to make him happy, and then also make his wish list come true.
So you only took him to Eddie?
Yeah.
Well, go back watch, because eventually you chased that guy away over his time was up. Give me the entire story. He stayed quite at FBM for some time, then performed with you. He became a problem here in Kampala, and then suddenly sweet.
No, yeah, I think being an adult that he is, and like he follows his own wind. Yeah, no, he was a delight. He's missed every day, and when he comes,
he still comes.
Time. Yeah. Just in Buno, omanyi wana Uganda bakusudia ne bakuteeka eri waggulu. Olumala ne bakwirabira. We used to tell him, Bambi, as you're trending, enjoy it, because they will forget you.
You have another one, Bitimba, now. It's a different style. It's a different you. Did Tupaate push you to be a different kind of artist? Or because I love Bitimba personally. Never ndulira mpulira Pia Pounds omupya omulala. What a one.
For me, I think all my music from the beginning of my first song to now, it's been like a journey of evolving art. When I did Tupaate, the EP, nawulira nga neezudde nnyo nga mpulira sikyasobola kutambulira ku peesi y'abantu abalala nga mpulira saagala soundinga nako nga muyimbi mulala
nga ne Hussein takyalina kyakugamba
nga naye talina kyaŋŋamba era when those 4 songs were being done Wachikuba Tupaate Gudu ne selection
yes
at the back of my mind what I had as driving force was me myself yeah like I want to be me I want to sing something omuntu akiwulire mu ngeri gye nkiwuliramu so I think all the songs after that became I just started fitting more in my shoe engato yange njijamu bulungi yeah like I settled inside my career path of this is how I want to sound I don't want to be that artist ayimba ekidandali from Monday to Monday kyokka I want to communicate to people in love I want to communicate to people going through something I want to communicate to the party people I want to be versatile I don't want to be aware of a trend or something like that that's why when banyimba luyimba lwa love sigenda dukolera malala I'll sit down and pour my heart onto the project so that when you're out there listening you're not listening to just Pia Pounds you're listening to the whole entire message the crafting of it like when Beyonce wakes up in the morning naimba katinga akaimba ke aka Rihanna aka lift me up people don't be like oh you changed you're not sounding the same
yes
no they just know that's a genre which
she has
today she's going to
now,
do reggae tomorrow she's going to do chidandali reggaeton so Bitimba is a reggae song
it's a beautiful piece where you are now do you feel like you've claimed your spot in this industry do you feel like the industry has accepted you or there is still a way to go
I feel like no matter what I can
I feel like
no say sure because I actually have fans that love me so much I receive more love than money as an artist ate kunze ya soko chaibwa that is a lot to me yeah because I didn't first receive love I first received hate. And then it turned around and I was receiving so much love. I said, you know what? This love is enough for me to ride on for the rest of my life. And when I sing a song, over style, and people respond the way they did to Bitimba. Because nateka yo kaimba ngamba kusema tukateka yo just tukola projects and then next thing you know it's in iTunes.
They're playing it on weddings everywhere.
Mukwano gwennyini ogwo omanyi wekiwulikiko kubeerawo nolaba omuntu nga they are dying singing your lyrics they wakera
who wrote that song by the way you
yes
alone
alone
like and produced by Hussein of course kati ebyomukwano bino ebintu gwenga you have not come out to show us a man oba ebya Eddie byakutiisa are you dating someone are you seeing someone right now
I don't know if I want to answer that, but
just be honest.
But if I were in a relationship, I wouldn't want to have, not even me, because me I'm used to it, but the other person go through what I went through, because people don't care. Yeah, they really don't, and they always try to put pain, negativity. I graduated. And it wasn't easy to graduate, but
after how many retakes? I had skipped that question.
There weren't retakes.
Bagamba walwa ku university.
Of course, narayo because nafuna ne Lydia in the middle there. But I was an intelligent student. I know how to. Like seriously, university. University is easier than high school.
Yes.
Yeah, but. It was so surprising how people, this happy story yange, they kept on twisting it like to just turn it into just a kasovi. So when it comes to a relationship, I really would hide under the bush.
You'd protect your man. You'd go to hell for him.
You would not know him.
We shall know.
Come and stand there and
or dating a munkukutu?
So mpozinga, maybe I've become married.
Of course, it's what's going to be my next.
That's different.
The ring has to come, then the child has to come.
Still, I sometimes feel like I'll just surprise you guys
With being pregnant and the marriage.
Everything. I'll be like 5 years later, and
don't you feel like Cindy would have done the same thing? Don't you feel like Carol would have done the same thing? As we conclude, which year do you think you're going to have your child?
So can you address?
Please. Which year do you think that Kati inze? What about pressure your industry? There's people out there who are saying maybe the Cindy's, the Carol Casitas, the Julianas, the Vinkas, Castozala industry ngekuwanda. Is that something you're scared of?
Ogugwali mulembe mulala nnyo Henry Mkwano. Ogugwali mulembe gwadda nnyo dated.
Gwangamba mpulira bibyo. You can comfortably get pregnant.
Like Vinka had a baby, bounced back like a ball. She bounced back like a ball because thank God.
And then after that, what happened? Back. Because honestly, you're performing, then you have to go and, I don't want feminists and people to attack me.
Let me explain something.
Yes.
I think abantu bakirina mu mitwe gyabwe how things should be done, when you should have a baby, how you should be tossed out of the industry because you've had a baby. But a fighter is a fighter. Someone who knows what they want will have a baby, will come back, will beat you guys muziki, and you will sleep. Because you're not going to refuse to enjoy a song because the owner of the song seriously? Winnie had a baby. You know the age of Winnie child?
She entered the industry with the baby.
So that makes what? That's like, okay, so you're, what? Like, tujabazara.
Thank you so much for watching this. Is there a part of you, as we conclude, that hates the Ugandan media? No. I don't. With everything they've done to you, for you, written about you.
Let me tell you something. Media, I think, knows. Bad news makes us. Yeah. Bad news does the magic, because when Tupaate was a hit, nobody was like, Luani, no, they knew the owner of the song. Because the media, unknowingly or knowingly, had made me a household name in a negative way. But yeah, naliwo. Atabantu bagala nnyo n'amawulire amabi. Nobody really pays that. Tupaate was featured on Netflix, and I thought that Ugandans bagenda kuntwalira oba bagenda kuntwalira ku kigaali kino Museveni kyatulako. Nkono tebampandika nako. I would have to force it through an interview.
Okaiseewo
naye nga interviewer yesibye ku bibi ebyantukako oba ebintuseko oba ebigenda okuntukako nga good news has been given deaf ear. But regardless, we move.
Give Rema some final remarks as we're concluding right now, because when we were talking, you said Tomo meeting and okay, let's say you have met her. I am Rema. What would you tell me? Ngatumaliriza.
I'd say I'm a fan. I love you. Yes. Wimba wa Rema bonna okubaka sokera koddia. Would you
apologize for
For what?
I mean, no, exactly, because the media got everything wrong.
I think it's the media that
because
has to
I want to think
the media is on to apologize.
If people, the media never apologizes. Abantu baba kwatakinga ngate si bituufu. How do you think it made her feel at that time? Because yaliwo.
I don't think she was really concerned about that stuff. So zanti byamutwalira obudde bwembukati bannayo oli omuwala tebamwagala, no? But it's love. For me, I've come from a place of love in this industry. I love everybody. I love and respect everybody. Yeah. I don't. Olini waba yavuddeyo mpya nga bantu tebamumanyi kastonga mboli muyimbi. I know what it means. I know what it means, Henry, with all my soul. Especially when you don't have a hit song yet.
Yes.
So I could even respect an upcoming artist a bit more. Because they are brave, they are trying. And then people like Rema Namakula, who's Baba before we did, maximum respect. maximum respect.
As we're concluding, I want you to look into your camera and give me your last words. Pia.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love my fans so much.
Yeah.
Bebankoze bya promotion ebimu ngamba oba mbakubire nga amasimu ng'olimba lwakafuluma agambe tukole gundi meeting fenga bafani bapi.
Yes. And they are very loyal, by the way.
Yeah, fans are loyal. Fans are the best. I love you guys so much. You guys have, for example, what is happening to Bitimba, it couldn't be me. The naimba buyimbi, and I see my fans every day. I see at least 35 new challenges on TikTok, on Instagram. I love you guys. Thank you. Also, thank you so much for having me here.
Thank you for being honest.
Thank you so much.
It's the deep talk. One thing we take home from this story is that when the world punches you and you fall down, you have to learn how to bounce back, because you never know. Jaja God wava inacha kutereke there. Come what may, it will be yours. I'm really so proud of you, by the way.
Thank you.
With the Bitimba, Tupaate, and I want to think you're going places.
Thank you.
The deep talk. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching. You can catch this on my YouTube, and if you watch for the very first time, remember subscribing. And my name is Mr. Henry Tovao.
The Deep Talk with Mr. Henry.